4 minutes. We here, hope we get some viewers on today. We got Trent came rolling in from Schenectady, right? Schenectady, the young Mr. Amazon, Mr. Open Door, right?
Open Door, yeah,
Open Door, remember that?
I was thinking about that.
That's what we met. I think that's what we met. Like Sneaky Peeks days,
back in
right?
them days, yeah. I was literally thinking about that.
Yeah,
like,
promotion. He was doing promoting. He's always, he was he was also the spokesman of the Black Expo last year. We did the Black Expo last year. He's also the face of entrepreneurship in urban capital region.
Appreciate that.
Yes,
that
definitely,
means a lot.
Definitely inspires me when I see him. I know it's some substance behind what he's doing. Facts. So like I said, I definitely appreciate you coming to the show, bro. Short notice and everything. Definitely short notice, but it's definitely needed in this community solutions. So pretty much, community solutions. The show is pretty much about empowering our people, empowering our communities, building bridges, building avenues and different conversations. So a lot of times, we talk about the problem and we beat ourselves up. So we know we got, crime in our communities, kids shooting up everything, we lack a job, they're not hiring us, we come home felons, they don't want to hire us. The conversation goes on and on and on, right? So I said, all right, I'm tired of hearing about everybody complaining, we downing each other and everything. Let's start another conversation. We can talk about our solutions. We already know the problem. Start talking about our solutions, what we can bring to the table to make a difference in our communities. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a global issue we're dealing with. It's not just Schenectady. It's not just we up in the capital region. So Hudson, what was it? Kingston, Troy,
Poughkeepsie,
Newburgh, Buffalo, the globe. This is a global thing that we're dealing with. So that's why we got global, Wall Street Global, because pretty much we travel and we deal with the same situation. We got family, we got networks. So I feel like we should start using our networks and we should come up with some solutions. And you was one of the brothers that I see that inspired me to want to do better and to want to bring something to the table, right? Because I think we was doing Sneaky Peeks back in the day, right? Promoting something. And one day you did. I think you promoted something like a private jet or something. And I hit you up that time. I said, how much? I said, how much would it cost us to rent a private jet or something like that, right?
I remember that.
Put some funds together. So like who's doing private jets? You know what I'm saying? I know it's a couple guys probably in Canada. I know a couple J and them, Great Line Group. They doing jets and everything, but
bro, that's what it's about. Like for me, I just always feel like if you could see it, you could do it, right? And a lot of times we don't see it. We're giving nothing, like honestly, and then we have to figure it out ourselves. Facts. So for me, like if they flying private jets, then shit, we should be flying private jets. And then if we do it, we'll be able to show our youth and then other people in the community, and then it becomes nothing. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And so from all of that, like bro, I think I always been someone who thinks outside of the box a little bit. But at the end of the day, it's just about hard work. And like you said, like we was grinded Sneaky days. That's now what, 15 years behind us, right?
I think about that now, right? 15 years ago, right? Yeah, I was a while ago. That was like 2000 and because I came home in 2006.
I came in 07.
So that was like
10, 2010, 29, 11, in that range, You know what I mean? Because
I was saying about that when I was upstate. I came home and I went, we just got straight into the lane with that.
Jump right in. Yeah. And look how it evolved, though. And people don't see that, though. You see what I'm saying? Like, you've been doing this for 15 years now, right? People don't see that, though. I've been doing transportation since 2010. People don't see that. All they see is you today, right here. They don't see the blood, sweat, and tears. You know what I mean? But in anything anybody's doing, you're going to have to lay a groundwork. You're going to have to plant the seed. You're going to have to water the seed. You're going to have to nurture it. And then eventually there'll be a harvest season. And that's what the universe shows us. And we see it takes time. It takes months for that to actually happen, just for the universe, for plants to grow. So for whatever we're trying to do, it's probably going to take some time, some years. And you know
take extra time, too, because a lot of times, we got to, like you said, we got to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes us a little bit more, unique and more creative because we're not giving anything. A lot of us are not giving anything. You know what I'm saying? Some people inherit stuff, but I got it from the ground. Wasn't giving anything. I had to figure it out from the cell block, from ground zero to what I'm gonna do when I go home, right? Right, and then you already got strikes against you, so it's like, damn, I'm gonna figure this thing out. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna come home. They're gonna give you. Came home 06. You know, I partnered up with a couple guys at a clothing store. So me and Justin got tight. You know, we had the Coliseum downtown, right? He was doing clothes. Had some partners, whatever, but. It didn't last the way it was supposed to last because everybody had different visions. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, you know, it's like ground zero from there. From a garage job, they was giving me $10 an hour to feed my kid. I just had my son, so it was like, how am I gonna feed my kid with $10 an hour a week? That's what, $20 a week.
And you probably was used to getting more money than that anyway. Right? So you already had to humble yourself. You know what I mean?
Like, y'all serious?
Facts.
That's a serious. So that's why I said from that garage, I said, yo, what I'm gonna do from that? I said, I got a computer, laptop. I said, let me start editing. That time I'm sitting in the garage. Anybody else had idle time? I said, let me sit here and start figure out how to edit. That's when I got the Final Cut Pro from my cousin Wacky. Wack gave me the plug for the look at Wack. He gave me the plug for the suite, Adobe Suite, and I just had time to sit in that garage. Watching cars, they thought I was watching cars, but I was building a business, All Street Global. You know what I mean? We had the clothing store first. It was All Street Corner Clothing.
Gotcha. There
was a clothing store. Then we stopped. Whatever the case, everybody went their own separate ways. I just kept the All Street Global, and then I kept All Street, but I put global on it. So I said we can't think small. We gotta think global. You know what I mean? My man was from Africa. One of our best friends was from Africa. So Coffee. Shout out to Coffee. He's like, we gotta think global.
That's a fact.
So after that, it was just like global. Was just like, yeah, we gotta.
Bro, speaking of that, I was watching a video this morning from Eric Thomas, the hip hop preacher, and he was saying that he said greatness can't stay local. Like, and I had to sit on that for a minute, and then I was just like, yo, he right. Like, greatness never stays local.
Right.
Greatness becomes global. You know what I mean? LeBron is known all over the world for his greatness, what he does. Jay-Z, Beyonce, like anyone you could think about who's great at what they do, they're known everywhere. And so greatness don't just stay around your corner. If you only known in your corners or your areas, you haven't tapped into your greatness yet. You know what I mean? And so now that's fact. Got to think big.
You get most for this. Actually, Eric Thomas was one of the reasons why I left my last job at Bimbo's. You know what I'm saying? Me and one of my brothers, Justice, Fresh Fly, that's my brother right there. Definitely. We went down to a conference in Atlantic City. They had the Millionaire Conference with Big Business. The brother Greg Parker.
Yes.
From Philadelphia, and they had the real estate. So he came. Eric Thomas came. We linked up, and he in the conference he was pretty much saying, like, at the end of the day, don't work for money. You know what I'm saying? Don't go to a job for money because when you go to a job for money, all you're doing is working for that money.
That's a fact.
You gotta put yourself in a place where you could think, right? And don't think about money now, right? So now it's like, forget the money. Imagine all the money was gone. What you got left?
What you want to do.
What you want to do, right? So it was that. So then when I went to the conference, I got back, and it was like, I got to the job, it was like, I'm sitting here, and it's like, I'm wasting my time right here, right?
Right.
Watching the machine. I was at Bimbo's, Fives. Everybody like Fives, whatever the case is. I was there, it was getting decent money, killing myself, whatever the case. Quiet, and I was a machine operator, so I really had to do a lot of work. My job was easy, but it was my time. Right? You can't trade your money, your time for your money, right? So I'm like this. So what happened, what caused me to leave the joint, one day the machine's quiet, the machine break down. So I'm at the job reading. I got a book. I was reading my man Jay Morrison.
Yes,
real estate book, right? One of the real estate
book.
Quiet Machines going reading my book. Supervisor come by. What you doing? What you mean with all? What you think I'm doing? I'm reading the book on my sheet. Oh, you can't read on the job? I said, you serious? I can't. What? So I'm like, respectfully, I'm like, you serious? Your machine down, you can't read on the job. You go to be watching machine. All right, so respectfully, I said, it's still jogging my head because I'm like, I got a family to feed. I got a whole kid. My wife don't work. I'm taking care of everybody. So I said, let me think twice real quick. Is it registering this right? Or what's going on here, right? You can't read. You got to put that away. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I puts it away, whatever the case, respectfully. I put it away. Next day I come to work. He sends another supervisor to write me up, give me a warning write-up.
Over that incident?
Over that. I said, you serious? He sends you to write me up? Oh, this is crazy. Y'all bugged. After that, it was like that just. I can't do it.
That also go to show you how small-minded individuals are. Because as you're building a team, you want the strongest people on your team, right? I want individuals who take time to read books, to better themselves.
I want that though, and I felt like I was back in the plantation. So I said, y'all serious?
Right.
It just brought back.
You ain't reading over here.
Yeah, I can't do that. I said I can't do that. Then I just felt so small in that spot. I was like, I can't do this. So.
That marked the change.
Yeah, Mark. It just, and then I can't ever work for nobody again, bro. After that was the straw that broke the camel back. I mean,
for me, I was working at a hotel, and it was the first time I had worked my way up from entry level with Marriott, sweeping the floors, washing the toilets, and being like a gopher. Yeah. And then I worked up to the operations manager with them. I left them, went to another hotel, and became the general manager. As a general manager, when I was with Marriott, it was all operations. So I understood I could motivate a team. I could work good with a team. I could get operations going. I had an operational mind. When I went to this new hotel, I was seeing how I took a hotel that was doing hundreds of thousands and turned them into doing millions. And so that was the first time I seen the financial aspect of what I brought to the table. So after sitting there for 2 years, and in 2 years I made this family a couple $1 million. So I'm starting to think, well, hold up.
Right.
If I could make someone else a couple mil, I need to be putting that same effort into myself.
Right.
I didn't know what it was gonna be. And I always knew I wanted to do business since a young kid. My mom, she used to work in Manhattan, and when I used to go to her job, I used to see all of the business guys on Wall Street, briefcases, suits on, and that always intrigued me. Like, I want to be a businessman. They look like they was getting to it. You know what I mean? So
I used to be that when I was young, running around for my pops on Wall Street.
So you was down there.
All Street.
See, there we
got Wall Street. We got All Street.
Yeah, I definitely heard you say that. Yeah, I definitely heard you say that. And but I think for all of us, it takes that aha moment. If you want to go from being if you want to be an entrepreneur, I don't think being an entrepreneur isn't for everyone. Like I can honestly say that because it's a lot of work.
That's a fact.
I call it you a firefighter. Like all day long, you putting out small fires so they don't become big flames, right?
Absolutely.
And everybody can't be a firefighter because that's not everyone's build. But I do believe for individuals who do want to take that leap, you're gonna have that aha moment when something happens when you're just like, nah, this ain't it.
Do it right. And I left from a director position. I mean, when I got terminated from another job doing. I was director of a company, Cure Violent Snug program. I was director for that program. I got into a situation. I got fired. And there was no support under that either. So it was like I was already. I had to get the job for a reason. So I'm just like end of the day, like even when I was leaving, I used to be there like telling everybody else on the job, like, what are we doing? Like, and the supervisor telling me, yo, bro, you too smart to me. What are you doing? You're right. So then when I'm leaving, brothers is like, why you leaving, bro? This is like. You gonna leave this?
This is sweet.
This is sweet. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It felt like it was on a plantation. Like, you gonna run away? You gonna run master?
You sure you wanna leave?
I'm out of here. I'm Kunta. I'm out of here.
Right. It's over. That's a fact. But
you gotta do what you gotta do at the same time. And the only reason why I left because I built up so much before I even got there. It was like I knew my worth. You know what I'm saying? Before I got there, I put in 10 years already. I did union work. I did, supervisor jobs. I did director jobs. I did, all types of different jobs before I even got there. I had my own businesses, all that. So it was like I already I knew already. You know what I'm saying?
Same mentality.
Yeah, it's like you know already. You know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's why I want to inspire a lot of these brothers on the street too. Like, brothers got the business mind, right? They got $100,000 stash, $200,000 stash, right? Get you an LLC.
Yes.
Get your business.
Shit, even if you don't got none of that stack, get you an LLC.
Get your business, right?
Right.
Do it the right way,
That's
right?
A fact. That's
because at the end of the day, the most richest place is the graveyard and the jail cell. Right, I learned so much being in the jail cell. Met so many brilliant minds in the prisons like this. You be like, wow, they blow your mind.
Nah, that's a fact.
Blow your mind. You be like,
OGs up there.
This guy's a genius. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's a fact.
But just didn't use it in the right
way. Got jammed up at a young age and could never unright that wrong.
Right.
in people's eyes, even though in most of our eyes we like, nah, he did his time or he should have did his time. Like, and how do you judge somebody off a mistake that they make as a teenager, knowing that we all make mistakes as teenagers, you know what I mean, and don't give a person the opportunity to bounce back from that. But you're right, that's where all the great ideas usually they die in the jail or in the prisons, which is unfortunate for us. But like you were saying, in terms of motivating the youth, like I jokingly tell people, like, you know, before I started my own business and it was hard for me to get jobs because I had the F on my record, the felony. It was I used to like jokingly say, you know, I got sales experience. I've been selling drugs for some time. I was alright at it, you know, until I got caught. So I guess I wasn't that good because I got caught. But you know, I was alright at it, and so
it's a risk.
It's a risk, but at the same time, I learned so many principles that you could bring into the business world while on that run and everything I did. So ultimately for me, going to prison helped me out. It made me be who I am today wholeheartedly. It helps me think of others. I tell even people that come and join my teams, like, you actually are working with someone who really gets it. Like, I understand life happens, who's really been through it, and so I understand things. I understand you're going through things, and I'm always trying to put other people in front of even myself in terms of empathizing and putting myself in their shoes. Most employers don't do that. They see the machines broke while you reading a book. Me, on the other hand, I'm gonna come through like, yo, bro, what you reading? This look good. Like, yo, you gotta let me hold that afterward, bro. And then I'm gonna spin out.
And my machine good. Everything on my side is clean. Everything is perfect.
We good here, right?
Why are you bothering me? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make something happen.
That's a fact. But they don't want you to make nothing happen. That's a fact. Like, you know what I mean? They want to keep you in that role. And even I think as an effective leader, I tell anyone who comes and works with us and is a part of our team, my goal is for you to outgrow me. Like, I don't want you to be here forever. Like, this is a stepping stone. If anything, I want to show you something while you with us that you could take on as you continue your mission in life or whatever that may be. We actually call it one way in, two ways out. And so you come join one of my teams, you might come in as a helper. But then you might leave as a driver, you might leave as a salesperson, you might leave as a dispatch, you might leave as a marketer.
You do Amazon now, right?
So I got two businesses. I still got Tech Valley Shuttle, and with Tech Valley Shuttle, our primary focus is workforce transportation, getting individuals to and from work.
So you got transportation service.
So we got that transportation. So you know, Uber and Lyft. People 5 a.m, 6 a.m, they're trying to call it Uber or Lyft. The price fluctuates. The driver might drop your pickup, whatever, right? With us, everything is prearranged in advance. Our prices are way better than Uber or Lyft.
How do they contact you?
So if anyone's interested, our office number is 518-203-8748, or you could just hit us at office@techvalleyshuttle.com. And basically, we don't do on demand. Everything has to be in advance. So most people give us their schedule that week in advance. We put them on the calendar. We're at your house at the scheduled time. We get you to your job on time. We're not dropping no services. Your rates won't fluctuate.
So exclusive to you.
It's just you and your exclusive rate. And you know, so we've been very successful with that.
How long you been doing that?
So honestly, bro, we started it about a year and a half ago, but COVID really, COVID, for lack of better word, just fuck shit up. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
you gotta be innovative,
right?
You gotta be creative,
And so we're down one path. Bro, we was about to double all our annual sales. That's what the projections look like. That's what the first couple of months was at. COVID came and we lost 95% of our business. Like, everything stopped.
And you doing that independently?
Yeah, that's me. I started it. I have a good friend of mine and my aunt. You know, those two from the beginning, they saw the vision and they were like, you know, we want to support. But other than that, it's been privately funded, and you know, we've been running that checkup. And essentially, right now,
how far do you go?
So like right now, I mean, we go anywhere. So the furthest we've been has been, I want to say, some years ago we went down to Philly. But essentially, you know, locally, you know, we're doing services out in Utica area, Fonda, Montgomery County, Lake George, trying to get down to Hudson if the mayor ever get at me. You know what I mean? Poughkeepsie. So, you know, we essentially, this whole area, this whole region, and what we do is we do the individual services, or we work with with actual corporations.
Okay.
And so what I've done is, being an ex-offender like you and I both are, I've actually gone in and I've sat down with human resource directors. I sit down with them. I educate them. Look, you hire an ex-felon, these are the tax breaks you get. This is affecting your company. I'm an ex-felon. So if you could look at me and host this meeting and see value in that, I can guarantee you there's some individuals who just need an opportunity. That's what I tell everyone.
I would have never thought you was an ex-felon.
Most people don't. Nah,
people don't think I'm an ex-felon.
I can see that too, right?
People
right.
You've been, I've been through it before. I mean, so that's even better because you know how to pretty much navigate through both worlds. You know what I'm saying, and it made you a better person,
100%,
right?
100%.
So it's like.
A chameleon. Any room. Put me in a room.
Right.
Put me in a room full of vultures. I'll show you how to move. You know what I mean? Regardless of the room.
Absolutely.
But and so I go in, I educate them on those things. Then we've done job fairs in partnership with like Trinity Alliance, where we help 40 dudes, 40 male and female, just out of prison, get jobs, walking into $18, $19 an hour. And so, I continue to try to lead that charge. With Tech Valley, we also, prison visits was big for me while I was down. My wife, my peoples, I can honestly say I did almost 4 years, and literally every weekend I was on that dance floor. So
that helps.
That helps big time. When I was young, I didn't see the value in it when I was at that age. But now looking back at it and knowing the figures, like, bro, if someone's coming home within 12 months, if they get one visit, that drops the rate of them coming back to prison by 12%.
Absolutely.
Every single visit they get on top of that, add another 3% to that.
Absolutely.
So essentially, if someone coming home could get one visit a month until the day they come home, the odds of them coming back to prison almost drops by 50%. Just off of that alone.
That's a fact, because I was on the dance floor a lot too, and I haven't been back since.
See, you feel what I'm saying? Since, and it shows you have support. It shows that you can get plans in order. Someone's coming to see you. Now we could start discussing. Yo, when I come home,
Absolutely.
So it does a lot. And for the mental, keeps you out of trouble. I got something to live for. There's something out there. Right. You know what I mean? So essentially, we do the prison shuttles every weekend. Any prison in the area, if anyone's interested in going to, they contact us. We try to make sure the pricing is affordable and people can get there. But once a month, we do the free community prison shuttle, where anyone could go for free. We pick a hub, and then we just go to that hub. And so whoever signs up for the month, we get them to and from. We do the Mother's Day prison shuttle, where we go to like Bedford Hills on Mother's Day.
Nice.
Right. The give back. And the bigger picture is now we starting to set individuals up. So I feel like if your family member used our service to get you home, to go visit you, there's a good chance that when you come home, you might have to, you could come through us and we can help you get a job. Then we can help you get to work. And then even with our Get to Work program, so we get you to and from work every day. But bro, we have a relationship with banks now. You know what I mean? So now I'm able to call the banker I know and say, hey, can you come and can you, educate these individuals on the importance of setting up a bank account and having a relationship with you guys.
Financial literacy.
That's
important.
As well as relationships. Now you got someone at a bank. Historically, we come into a bank, we're told no immediately, right?
Absolutely.
Once you got relationships, now you got someone in there fighting for you. Right. You know what I mean? And that whole relationship changed.
That's very important.
And so that's what we doing. We getting people tied up with banks. We're also at the same time, we also work with car dealerships. So now, our goal is within 8 months, 6 to 8 months, we want to help you get a budget. We want to help you get a budget, understand a budget, save money, help start fixing your credit, and get you in your own vehicle so you're not tied to this job.
That's a solution.
You could go anywhere.
That's a solution.
Easy solution, bro. And that's what we working. That's what we working. You know what I mean? So and then on top of that, with this opportunity with Amazon, it pushed me in a situation where, like, right now, bro, I employ over 60. I'm helping 60 different households across the capital region monetarily by providing a check each and every week. Some of it is part-time people, so it's just a small portion. So with Amazon, this is GB Logistics now. We actually have a contract with Amazon where we deliver all of the packages that are 40 pounds or heavier within a 150-mile radius of Albany. So we're in Connecticut, Vermont, New Jersey, and all throughout the capital region, Lake George, Lake Placid, Utica area, like that's all us. If you got a big package coming in, it's coming through us.
For sure.
And so it's a great opportunity. It's a simplistic job. I tell people all the time.
Because they got Amazon up here now. They just moved up here, right?
So that's the big warehouse in Castleton.
Okay.
They got that. They got the one in Amsterdam and Florida, New York, and then they got one in Albany, right in Colony, right off Post Road, right over there where the Wendy's that burnt down, that caught on fire. We right back there, so we work out a warehouse right over there.
Okay, so you franchised into that?
So essentially, it is a franchise opportunity, right? Because basically, Amazon provides us with the training. They provide us, at least vehicles, Amazon branded. So if you see my team out, you would never know they work for GB Logistics. You would just think, oh, they work for Amazon, right?
So they lease out the cars.
So we got the lease trucks. My team has the Amazon uniforms. We're Amazon branded from head to toe. We go through the Amazon trainings, all of that. Right now, we started in August, and August 26th to be exact. Today, not even just 2 months later, right, like I said, we got over 50 people on that team. You know what I mean? Sure. And it's dope.
So honestly, if the guys coming home, you could get them in there.
It's tricky because now with that, this goes back to owning your own and franchising. Franchising, you still gotta you gotta listen to somebody. Right. So they gotta go through the Amazon background. Mind you, I just got a good brother I know. He was down 10 joints. I got him in. You know what I mean? They look for 7 years. So I'm still even figuring out the little tricks and loopholes, right? But I found out if someone been down for 8 or better, odds are I could get them in, which is a blessing to someone who just did 10, 15, 20 years to be able to come into a decent paying situation with benefits and everything. And also, like I said, the goal is to show them more and be able to help anybody. So, so that's some of the solutions I'm trying to do through business is provide opportunities in terms of employment, but bigger than employment, show individuals how to take it to that next level. Like, I'm an open book. Anyone who know me know you could reach out at any time, ask me questions. You need help with a business. I could have someone on the team like, yo, I'm trying to open the same business as you. Bet. We not comp, bro. I'm going to show you how to do this, And
I was thinking about transportation service one day. I was talking about a transportation service,
Transportation is huge, bro. Yeah. We need more individuals that look like us in transportation. Yeah. More importantly, we need more individuals that look like us in logistics. Logistics is going to be $1 trillion industry within the next 10 years.
And what's the logistics part of it?
So logistics is essentially anything in this country gets here either by boat or by truck, when you think about it, right?
Right.
And so
a plane? They don't fly anymore?
I think more so, no, they do too. Planes, yeah, they do. Planes, boats, or trucks.
Right.
For us, we in the trucking part of logistics. So essentially, how I see it is eventually I want to have trucks that's going cross country, all over the country, stopping, making pickup and drop off. That's where that $1 trillion industry is. Because you think about it, especially COVID has highlighted this, is when everyone was on lockdown, only thing you could do was order from home, right? Yeah. And then essentially it became such a convenient factor that I'm not even going out no more because I could order from home, right?
Everything.
And so that's where this world is transitioning into. As you see, malls are turning into entertainment centers. Yeah. Stores are closing. Restaurants are turning into ghost kitchens. Everything is getting smaller and it's becoming operated right off your phone.
Absolutely.
So logistics is if you want anything in this country, it's got to come here probably through either a boat, airplane, or a truck. And so I'm trying to get my trucks on them roads because that's where the money's at, bro. And it's an industry that's been dominated.
To get your own trucking company.
So
you ever looked into that?
I mean, I have one. Yeah, I have one. So it's essentially as simple as starting your LLC, like we know, and getting your correct licensing in place. It's difficult in terms of dealing with Department of Transportation, U.S. DOT, New York State DOT. That's probably the most difficult in insurance. Insurance is tough. Like, insurance is real tough. But like anything, if it wasn't a little bit of a challenge, everyone would do it, right? And so I'm not saying that you can't do it. Like, if I did it, anyone could do it. You know what I mean? And if anybody's really interested, or even like yourself, you want to learn more, bro, I make time. We sit down and I show you everything that I know. You know what I mean? And get the wheels going.
Definitely gonna have to follow up on that. Absolutely. And another thing we spoke about, I know we speak about last week. I think me and someone was speaking about think we were speaking about group economics.
Chuck, right?
Right.
Is that what Chuck?
Yeah. Businesses.
Yeah, and I hit you up right afterwards.
Right.
Yeah, I wanted to stop by the juice bar and run it by him too, but being that we're on the platform, might as well share it.
Yeah.
And my guy Will Rivas, if he's watching this, he's doing essentially the same thing. And but there's something called business improvement districts, right? Essentially. They're called a bid. Lark Street is a bid. So essentially, a bunch of businesses on Lark Street, they work together.
That side.
They should have did that right over
yeah, that side, the other side.
That's really where the
and so all of those businesses, they work together. They move as one. They share taxes as one, which is an automatic reason to do it by itself. Because my taxes and your taxes, we sharing taxes, it's a lot less, right? So, and the city comes through them. So, like, you see all of the events that take place on Lark Street, that's in coordination with the city. The city is essentially funneling them business when they have all of those events. So, like,
you got the Black Lives Matter sign on the street.
Right on the street. They should have did that right over on Central, like where y'all was talking. Cause that's really where the Black Wall Street in this area is at, right?
Exactly. That's what was that. That sparked the conversation because I know we were speaking about how Chuck, they got the juice bar, you got 16 bars, you got barber shop, you got the breakfast spot, you got 216, you got Audra down the block, you got the Sun, you got Lou and them, all of
Distinguished Cut. Yeah, you got everybody, right?
Everybody's there. So that sparked the conversation where he was like,
that
turned into the.
And I believe collectively they should work together and turn that area into a bid. By doing so, they'll share taxes. It'll be a lot cheaper than individually. And then at the same time, now they could work in coordination with the city to put events together. Like I know, like Chuck and them, they get a lot of people out there. Well, why not have the city working with you and bring even more people out here that can now come to your business and you make more money. Exactly. So I think them forming into a bid would be a huge thing. It gives you leverage, which, if people don't know what leverage is, that's just essentially a fancy term where it gives you the opportunity to kind of manipulate situations because you got a little leverage. In this area, I was really thinking about it after watching that. Like, that is the area where we need to formulate, like, a black business improvement district. Like, they got it. It's there. It's in place. It's just a matter of putting some paperwork together and making it work.
Where would they go to City Hall? If they watch what we go to City Hall and speak with?
Again, I don't know too much about it.
Just look into it, though.
But my guy, William Rivas, if anyone's watching this, look up William Rivas on Facebook. He's actively pursuing this. He could definitely better answer those questions. But
business district.
It's just called a BID, Business District, Business Improvement District. But I just said the black bid because it would be the only one in this whole area where it's just black. It's definitely needed. I'm telling you, that would change the game. Like, it would really change the game out here for the economy.
Because I think Juneteenth they had an event up there, British Barbershop. The whole block they had a Juneteenth because sometimes everybody was celebrating the 4th of July. We did it on Juneteenth this year, right? Because that's the day the slaves that's our independence day, right? So that was big last year for the first.
Did they block off the street? Like they closed the street down and everything?
I don't know if they. I think no.
See, that's what a bid would do. Look at Lark Street.
They didn't close it down. We shut it down ourselves.
We shut it down. Right.
So it was like so it was nice. So it was nice. So we did.
But you see the power of that? Like, think about it. They shut down Lark Street for events, right?
Right. Absolutely.
So they could shut down that same area. Now this is a full out event. You have vendors in the streets, like you got people just come walk in the streets, and like it's huge. You know what I mean? It's huge. So now that's something that as a people we definitely need to probably tap into. Virginia probably might even might have some ends on that too.
That's why this show is here. So
we got bodies in place that we gotta just
solution. That's empowering.
The mayor, he should be able to tell us how to get a bid.
And there was no violence that day. It was nobody got hurt. Nobody nothing. Everybody was cool. Everybody was good that day. Everybody ate, smiled, did fireworks. Everybody was cool.
Smooth day. We need that.
We need more of that.
And we need to they need to let that be known too, because let's believe best believe if any incident would have occurred, then that would have been the headline, right?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. And I believe the news didn't even broadcast that. They don't broadcast. We do good stuff. It's like
that's why we needed Mercedes. Like we got bodies in place that we gotta just really continue to tap into and utilize. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's real, bro. Like this is I love this conversation because it takes it takes all of these different pieces working together to actually bring about change. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And I'm blessed to be able to talk business and attack it from that perspective. But even like I'll be the first one to admit if I don't know something, like I just said, I don't know, but they might know or something. You know, right. And that's what it's about. I think. Just
I want this to be like a directory. You know what I'm saying? So if I can't help you, the brother can help you. If I can help you, the man can help you. Black,
Right.
Virginia, Herb, somebody, you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. That's
Luke,
what it's
you
supposed
got
to be.
somebody, you know, so it's like I try to get people in here, you know, need some food, Emirates over there, 216, you know what I'm saying? So I try, like I said, I'm trying to put this together real good, and hopefully, you know, once we get enough people, we're gonna do like a big conference or something. We could all sit down at the table and, you know, collectively create some changes that we want to see in our community.
That's the dopest thing, bro.
That's what I be getting, you know. We could be here talking about all types of stupid street stuff all day, but it's like those conversations get old. So let's build now, you know what I'm saying?
That's what we build. And now's the time. I mean, we for once, all the light, I don't know for once, it's probably been like that in the past before, but from what I've seen as an adult, like I feel like all eyes is on us as a people. There's opportunities right now, like think about it. They fighting for the black vote as running for presidents right now. They fighting for that. You know, you look at all of the businesses during you know the shutdown. We support Black Lives Matter, all of that, right? So now's the time. Like we've never had this much support coming from right. So we gotta tap in, utilize it, leverage whatever's going on, and you know make the best out of it. But I think the biggest thing is we really as a people. We got to start to have trust in each other, and that's something
they look
that
like each other. They support each other.
It's hard. Like we historically are kind of
we still don't rock with each other.
Cuff the plug. When you running in the street, you cuff the plug, right? You don't want nobody else to get your plug. So you know that's just the way of thinking that you know we've been hypnotized into thinking well we got to kind of change that narrative. We need to change that narrative. We need to support one another. Like if you think about it, you go every other culture has areas where there's a Chinatown. They all look the same. They support each other. You know what I mean? Like there's just so many little Italy. They look like each other. They support each other. They gave us the hood, and we still don't rock with each other. You know what I mean? Like we'll allow other people, other cultures to come into our areas and take the money from our area and never put it back into our area. How many corner stores is out here? When the last time you see them shut down and say like we throwing a block party? When the first time you seen them do that?
Never.
When you seen the beauty hair salon them say yo we giving back to the community? Never. Like.
They take and send it back to their country, send it back to their people.
That's a fact. Right. So why we ain't supporting each other and putting that same buck back into our community? You know what I mean? Like you support me. Shit, you gonna be like, yo, at least this dude is doing free prison shuttles. At least he's supporting the community some way. You know what I mean? Like, but
break that spell.
We definitely gotta break that spell. We definitely gotta, and we gotta be conscious and mindful to purposely do that. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that because, like I said, other cultures do it, and there's nothing wrong with it. So why shouldn't we be able to do the same? And I think at the same time we should be able to help hold each other accountable. Like if I see somebody slipping in their business, now I'm not coming at you, bro. I'm just trying to give you a hint. Like the customer service might gotta get a little better. You know what I mean? Like, but
we get offended. Oh, he hating on me.
Facts. Like nigga, I ain't got enough time to be hating on nobody. Like I got way too much other stuff going on. Like I'm not hating on you. Like I'm just trying to help you if anything. And so I think that's some stuff that as a people that's one thing we definitely got to kind of change that whole narrative. Really be able to work together and have trust in each other and what each other's trying to say. Because you know that's what it's about, teamwork. I should be able to pull you to the side and say like, yo, bro, you bugging, and you might feel some sort of way in the moment, but you should be able to
go back.
Right.
He was right. I was bugging.
That's a fact, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. Like people had to check me. Yo, I surround myself with people who will check me. Like that's important to me. Like that's a fact. Like yo, tell me I'm slipping, bro. Like I'm bugging. Like I'm cool. I need that. You know what I mean?
A bunch of yes men around. Yeah.
Never. I couldn't do it, bro.
That's crucial, right?
That's a fact. Like.
That's crippling.
That's crippling. Like I don't need no yes man. Like tell me I'm bugging, and you know what I mean. Like and then we'll figure it out from there. But so yeah, bro. Like there's a lot that you know we as a people we need to really continue to work on. But I think we getting there. I think we got some really good leaders in this area from every different walk of life, political. We got everything right here, bro.
Even
Right
if you
here.
could refer some people here, I would like that too. You could send some referrals to the show.
I got you.
We can sit back, build on more topics.
Anybody
But
on
I
this
definitely
say
appreciate
anything?
you giving us that knowledge on starting your own business company, coming from prison, getting yourself together, giving back to the community. Because a lot of people give back to the community, and willing to keep moving and growing together as a culture. That's one thing I think we lost is our culture. We don't know who we are. I'm saying a lot of times, like we want to be foreign. We want to be style. We want to be design. We don't know what to be right. So I think we need to really start having these conversations. It's important.
Anybody who is watching, if they
anybody on this say anything on
I
it?
make time for anybody, but just don't abuse my time because my time
comments?
is limited. So anyone who
One thing I would like to say though, in terms of starting a business, like we were saying, LLC costs $200, $300 at most to start.
You could do it online.
You could do it online. I tell people this all the time. This is very simple. Boom, boom, boom. 10 minutes.
Print it out right there.
You done, right? Tax ID free. Take 3 minutes to do. Boom, you done. Go to the bank now. Start a bank account. Like this is a very simple process. Anybody who is watching, if you serious, like the one thing I say, I'll make time for anybody, but just don't abuse my time because my time is limited. So anyone who's serious, they need steps. They want to start an LLC. They need advice on how to do it. Like it's literally a 10-15 minute process. I don't even charge people, bro. Like people be asking me,
my man hit me the other day to do it. I help you too. My man hit me the other day they trying to charge me $400 to do it else. Nah, bro, do it for free. $200, $210 the most to get your copy, get a certified copy. I walked him right through. He go, yo, good looking out, bro. This somebody I was in prison with too.
Same with me. I did. Yes.
My man B, I'm saying, yo, Kai, good looking out, bro. All right, no doubt, anything. That's free information.
Free info, bro. And I want to show you how to do it so you can continue to do it.
Right.
They don't want to show you how to do it because you need them.
Call me, I walk you through it. Now you can teach somebody else how to do it. Right?
That's how we got. That's how simple it is, And so and the thing about LLCs is it's called a limited liability corporation. So what that means is you remove your liability. So that's why, like, let's say a 50 Cent, for instance, could lose a lawsuit for $30 million, saying I'm broke, I can't pay that, right? Because my businesses generate $500 million, but all I got is $5 million in my bank account, so I can't afford that. Because the liabilities on the you sued me, you didn't sue my business. So now that's how you protect stuff. That's how you write stuff off. That's why this dude could be worth whatever they say he worth, but pay $700 in taxes because everything's a write-off. Haircut, office in the house, my vehicle, like literally every single thing's a write-off. But we gotta get hip to the game, even in terms of helping your children out. Like I know business owners who put their kids on payroll, open bank accounts, so that way their kids got a little money in the bank. They might get a prepaid card.
I was hot, so I got
get the credit score up, and it's a tax write-off for the business because the business was profiting anyway. I might as well get this $50,000 to my kid instead of paying it out in taxes.
But we gotta get,
you feel what I'm saying? And so that's why you could have Shaq. I was talking to someone. I was on an interview the other day. Dude said Shaq got like I think he either said 386 or 586 LLCs associated with his name.
Like I got conversations with like
bro. I was just that shit just floored me. I was like, yo, I ain't working hard enough. You know what I mean? Like
I got 5. Right. I mean, it ain't nothing. I got 5. I was hot, so I got too many. It's too many. He said 500.
Right, bro.
That's crazy.
That's what I said. Can you imagine them tax write-offs? Can you imagine how he's just moving money around? Like, but we got to get hip to the game, and we weren't taught none of this. So the best thing you could do is ask questions. Like, same thing I tell my little daughter is ask questions. Like, they gonna follow that. That's a fact. You go through my LinkedIn. Like, I got conversations with like Biggs from the Rock Arena, leaning on them, asking questions. You know what I mean? And he hits me back, bro.
Like Big, he humble and all.
Super humble.
Super humble. I like Biggs.
But that's what you got to do.
He laid back. You don't know what he got his money all over.
And he's a smart cat. So that's why I try to sort people out that got more knowledge than me the worst someone could do is not answer or tell you no. Like if you do sliding in chicks DMs, you playing yourself. You know what I mean?
Right,
when you should be sliding in someone DM who could give you some
get you a
knowledge.
bag,
That's
right?
a fact.
Chicks
You know
gonna
what I
come,
mean?
get you a bag. They gonna
follow that.
They gonna follow
That's
the
a
bag.
fact. That's a fact.
You doing it wrong.
You're doing it wrong, bro. Like, but not, we just gotta change the mindset. And we just gotta ask questions. We gotta read books. Guard your brain. Like the only thing that separates any of us from each other, we all got the same stuff happening inside of us. This is the only thing that separates us from the animals from each other is right here. So if this is the one thing that everything on this earth has started with thus far, and we see how far this world evolved, there's a lot of power right here. So guard this thing, man. Make sure you only putting the right stuff in this thing. And so that means the social media, like for me, I'm in and out. I'll put a post up and then I'm out Zoom because I know how easy it is to scrolling. Like an hour done went by, you scrolling. And so like
you caught up in that trap.
That's a fact. And now they got you.
Web. Caught up in that web.
That dirty web right there. You know what I mean? Now you on demon time.
Stay focused.
Gotta stay focused, bro. So like, I'm very mindful of what I put in my brain. Even when I'm driving, still listening to music. 9 times out of 10, I got YouTube and I got something insightful playing, motivational, a book reading. You know what I mean? Like just constantly filling my brain with knowledge because I know there's just so much garbage out here. And then the other thing that I think for me has been a real key to my success personally is just utilizing 24. Like we all got the same 24 hours. It's how you gonna use your 24. You gonna wake up in the morning and blow one down, like, and then you gonna be off your rocker until noon too. Right, you know what I mean?
That's what used to do me. I used to wake up.
Feeling good right now, but
the whole day I'm done.
It's gone. Yeah.
At the end of the day I'm waking up like I gotta. Somebody put a post up earlier. I think Emma's put up a post earlier. She was like,
I'm up between 3
don't get high in the beginning
and
of the day because
that's my window.
Ruins your whole day.
Down,
that's
right?
a fact. She
That's
1,000% right. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
That shit hurt my heart.
It's dragging the whole day like.
I seen it this morning. I'm up early. I had to run to a store. I was actually in Troy. I see a young boy sitting on the porch rolling up. 7:30 in the morning, and all I could do is just shake my head like, yo, this young boy just ruined his whole day. You know what I mean? He feeling good right now, but he done ruined his whole day. You know? And so it's very important. Like with our 24, like me, I'm not up. Like I'm up between 3 a.m. and like 4:30 a.m. That's my window, depending on what I gotta do that following day. And it's about utilizing my 24 the best out. When I'm up at 3 in the morning, bro, by 9 a.m. when people coming into the office, bro, I'm 6-7 hours ahead of y'all. Like we good over here, you know what I mean? And when I think about my competitors, I hope y'all cozy. I hope that bed feel good right now. I hope you got the heat up. I hope you and your Z's like, sleep good, my guy. You know what I mean? Because someone out here is out working your ass. And that's really what it comes down in my eyes, just out working. Like I remember I seen Will Smith say like the only difference between him and somebody else is you put him on that treadmill, he's gonna die on that treadmill before he lets someone outwork him. And that's the mentality like I think really successful people have is like, yo, I gotta figure this out one way or the other, and I will die outworking the next person to get there. You know what I mean? And I think if we shift our mentalities to just outworking the motherfucker instead of trying to take the easy way, we'll see like we'll be so much more lucrative. You'll learn so much more, and you could really just change the narrative for so many generations to come. You know?
So I appreciate that, bro. But if it's any last words you would leave, to the people watching, the solutions, your solution. I know you gave us a lot of solutions. But if there's one that could stick with everybody, what would be your one that you would leave and stick with everybody?
Man, for me, it's the power of the brain. You know what I mean? Like that's it for me. Like everyone needs to really create time where you could just be in your thoughts, like away from it all. I don't care if you got kids and you gotta hide in the closet just for a couple moments of clarity, but that clarity is everything. Like peace of mind,
I say that too. You got much money in the world, but if you don't got that peace of mind,
it's useless, right? And how do you plan ahead if there's no clarity up here? And so, like, I would suggest, and something I'm big on is part of my daily routine and me waking up, the very first thing is I give thanks to my higher power for even waking me that next day and having family and friends and everyone around being healthy. And then I immediately tap into my brain and start meditating. And I used to laugh when people like I'm a god. Like I didn't really understand it, but then you start to realize by that we all have that same mentality, that same capability. I create my day. Like I wake up every morning, I get in my head, I visualize my day. I see how my meetings are gonna go. I can tell you what I'm gonna wear. I'm gonna tell you, like there's days I wake up, I'm like, yo, today's about to be a killer. Like I'm about to kill him today. And them days I knock that shit out the park, bro. Plant that seed. So we create whatever we want to create. That's what being a god really is. Having the ability to create whatever you want to create. And we all are tapped into that. It's just really who really mentally is connected and able to really pull that greatness out. And so I would say for me, the big thing is tapping into that mental, making time. Like over the weekend, I made time to take my wife. We went out to Vermont just to go take a ride. Beautiful scenery, be out in the nature and just have that clarity. Like,
Sister Sherry spoke about that too. I don't know if you saw that episode. Sister Sherry, Burgess.
Nah, I didn't see
you
that.
ever heard of Brother Yusuf?
Yes, definitely. All right,
His wife. She spoke about him going out to the wilderness.
And you know how you in the middle of nowhere and you just see water? Like, bro, that makes you feel like, yo, it's really, I'm nothing. Like, when it's all really said and done. And I think if you take that mentality,
like, if you look at the universe, like, everything we need is beautiful. I was telling my wife, like, yo, look at these views. Look at the sunset. Listen to the raindrops at night. When the first snow
was bigger than us.
Way bigger than us. Way bigger than us.
When I went to Niagara Falls, I'm like, I felt so small next to the foil in Niagara Falls. I felt so small, but I'm like, this water was just. It was just the energy was just different.
Crazy,
you know
bro.
It was different.
You ever been like on a cruise?
Yeah.
And you know how you in the middle of nowhere and you just see water?
Yeah.
Like, bro, that makes you feel like, yo, it's really
so small.
I'm nothing. Like when it's all really said and done. And I think if we take that mentality of it's way bigger than us, stop being big headed. Like it's easy. I could be on here bragging. I could be telling people you want this big house. You want like. But nah, wow, for what? Like it's way big. This way bigger.